Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation. Let us thank our admin who helped us with this translation. The translation reads like this. My name is Jabu, not his real name, and I've been a taxi driver here in Johannesburg for a number of years now. So when I started working as a taxi driver, it was not like the job that I wanted to do, but it was because I could not go to college like I wanted to because of other things. I had to make that decision. This was after my mother had gone and spoke with my boss and asked the man if I could work for him. So I started working for him until I was able to raise enough money to get my license, and then I started working as a taxi driver. Today I am sharing my own story that I have been keeping to myself for a couple of years. I am losing money. I can't even date someone properly. Whenever I date a woman, the next thing that happens is that the woman will complain because she'll be like, ever since I started dating you, I have been having dreams of you coming to me and sleeping with me by force, and by the time that I allow you to sleep with me, then you change and you become a monster. Do you have a Tokoloshe? That is the story that I have been told. The other thing is that it is very hard to date a woman when you do not have money. I do get paid, I do hustle, but still the money that I make, I don't even know where I get it. Even when I want to spoil myself, I can't do that because there is always something that goes wrong. I get paid. All of a sudden, I have these debit orders that I don't know where they are coming from. Each and every time I'm fighting with Capitec, my bank, over these debit orders, they get cancelled, they appear again. If it is not the debit order that takes my money illegally, the next thing that happens is that money just goes missing in my account. I even switched banks thinking that maybe there is something wrong with the bank, but that problem is following me. And I know as well that it is spiritual. The way that I lose money, I do not trust the bank anymore, and I do not trust my physical wallet, for it makes me to lose money. So many times that I have withdrawn all of my salary, placed it in my bedroom, then it goes missing. And the way that it goes missing, you might be counting the money, saying that, okay, this is my money that I have. Let's say you have 1,000. You want to go out and drink. While you are counting the money, you'll see that from 1,000, 50 rand is missing. Where's my money? Where's my money? You check underneath the bed. You check everywhere. You count the money. It is now 7 until you only have maybe 50 rand left. Then you go out with your friends. When it comes time for contributions, you do not have anything. I have people that are always complaining. They call me a parasite, but people do not know that there is a secret that I am keeping. And it all started way back in 2014. It was like a normal day there in Park Station, and I was busy hustling at that time, and I was not like a full-time taxi driver. I was then given another route. The taxi was full and I was on my way. Then suddenly there was this other man. He was the last one to get into the taxi. The man, I immediately recognized him as not being a South African because he was carrying a heavy suitcase. And this man, he came and he sat in front with me. He looked tired. He looked nervous at the same time. And I knew that this one, he has no papers. I even helped him to load the suitcase into the trunk, and I noticed that it was very heavy. We went on our way. When we got to Durban, that was when this man, he just got off, and I think that he was booked by police because at the place where I stopped, in front there was a police van, and they were speaking with another man who seemed to be a man from Zim. They were busy asking him about the documentation. So this man just disappeared, and I did not even see where he went. And this was when I was busy trying to offload his suitcase. I looked for him, and I said, I don't know. Then I drove and I drove. With time, that was when I thought about this. And I said, I do not have money, because back in Johannesburg, there were people that I was owing. I parked the taxi just before the taxi rank, and I opened up the suitcase. Oh my God, to my surprise, I found out that there were some nice clothes. Then what I liked was that there was a laptop which seemed to be brand new, and then there was a phone, and then underneath the clothes there was 2,000 rands. That was more than that I was going to need. I then drove to this other part where we used to have our taxis washed. I knew that there were boys there that come to hustle. I then told them that I had a brand new laptop as well as a phone that I wanted to sell, and the clothes as well. But as for the laptop, I needed good money. This was not going to be sold for cheap. Then there was another man who came, a man who repaired phones. He was from Zim. That was the man who bought the laptop, claiming that it was still good. And then as for the phone, I just sold it to him at a discount price. As for the clothes, there were other people that bought the clothes. I don't know what they were going to do with the clothes. That is how I made my money. Went to the taxi rank, and then I slept in Durban. Then the following morning started loading to come back to Johannesburg. So I thought that it was over. The money had helped me to cover the items that I wanted, and life just continued. I really did not even think about that man. I said it was his loss. I was not going to steal from him, but he ran away. What did he want me to do? Then I started to have nightmares. The first time that I had a nightmare is I was going through a tunnel. I was driving the taxi, and whilst I was in the middle of the tunnel, that was when the taxi that I was driving broke down. So I got out and I wanted to check what was wrong with my car. That was when all of a sudden I saw a little creature that laughed and rushed into the taxi. And I just heard that there was something, or that creature was the one that started the engine of the taxi. I went back into the taxi. Then I woke up. When I woke up, I heard something laughing in my room. I said, what is going on now with my life? That was when I started to investigate and investigate until I went to a sangoma, because I kept on having these bad dreams. That was when I was told that it seemed as if there was a bad spirit from Malawi that was following me. And that man gave me an instruction to return back to him, but the money that he wanted, I could not afford it. This Tokoloshe went away for a couple of years. I forgot about this until I started to notice that whenever I have money, the money just disappears. Whenever I am dating a woman, there was this other woman that I was dating. She was like, why am I even suffering? Because when I come to your house, I try to sleep with you. Your pee-pee does not work. When I try to fall asleep, then you come to my dream, then you sleep with me. Why am I suffering? You don't give me money, you don't do anything. That is when I saw that things are not okay. So this is the kind of life that I am living, and currently I don't know. I want any kind of help. I am willing to become a Christian, even though I grew up as a Christian, but no matter how hard I pray, this Tokoloshe does not go out. I can even be on a route. There are times maybe you are not carrying any passenger, maybe at night. Then I'll check and see in the view mirror that there is someone with me in the taxi, and this person just disappears. A very short man with red eyes, then just disappears. And I know that it is a Tokoloshe. It's either I am losing money to this Tokoloshe, or I go to a sangoma who charges me a lot, and then the sangoma does not assist me. I really need people that can help me, please. Dear listeners, there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo.